What's up, investors? It's the Russian dude, and let's right away talk about the most important event of the last 24 hours, which is that the Security and Exchange Commission will most likely now approve Ethereum ETF. The chances for approval skyrocketed from approximately 20 to 25% to more than 75%. And one of the first signs why most likely this will happen, it is because recently the Security and Exchange Commission, they requested additional documents to see whether they approve it or not. Historically, something similar happened with the approval of the Bitcoin ETF. Whenever they started requesting these so-called additional documents, this was always a very good and a very promising sign. As a result of this, the positivity and the activity of the discussions online about Ethereum and potential Ethereum ETF also skyrocketed online, and a lot of people, they started obviously buying it, which basically created a lot of buying pressure, which made Ethereum, at least temporarily, at least at the moment of recording this video, to shoot up more than 20% in less than 24 hours. According to some analysts, such as for example representatives of the QCP Capital, by the end of this year, because of this approval of Ethereum ETFs, the price per coin can reach and exceed more than $5,000 per coin, while at the moment of recording these videos the price is approximately $3,700 to $3,800. And because of so many good news recently about Ethereum particularly, and specifically this one, the potential approval of Ethereum ETF, right now it is estimated that more than 90% of Ethereum holders are in profitable zone with their investments. And this also pushed a lot of altcoins, as you can see from this next picture, into the green zone as well. And ultimately, one last thing about the crypto news is that the inflows into Bitcoin ETF last day reached $237 million, which is even more than the previous day of $221 million, and this is the 6th day in a row of massive inflows into Bitcoin ETF. So as you can see, this is pretty much one of the main reasons why people are so excited about the approval of the Ethereum ETF, because then millions and hundreds of millions of institutional money dollars will start flowing into this coin, so people simply want to get on board before massive funds start flowing in. Right, now let's talk about the Wall Street quickly adjusting their expectations about the stock market by the end of this year. Something that is a normal practice for them to change shoes on the fly. But before I continue, guys, if you do like this style of daily news updating, can you please simply like this video and subscribe to my channel? Helps a lot with my work. Thank you so much. And so let's talk about these so-called Wall Street experts, Wall Street analysts. The reason why so many people consider them smart money and smart people, how is it possible they always predict everything right? Well, if you do follow the stock market closely, you already know that these people, they literally change their predictions, assumptions, sometimes on a monthly, weekly, or even daily basis. They can say one thing one day, they can say another thing the next day. Eventually, one of 100 things, one of 100 predictions they made, eventually one of them comes true. They heavily force it inside the media to show everyone, hey guys, look at us, we are smart, we predicted this precisely, now bring us money, we will invest on your behalf. This is basically some sort of marketing for these Wall Street firms. And so, long story short, as you can see from this next picture, a lot of them started revising their expectations about the level of the S&P 500 by the end of this year. All of them, they boosted their expectations, some did by 100 more points, 200 more points, 300 more points, and so on. And the reason for this, it is because according to them, they see that the narrative of the Federal Reserve is softening, they see, according to them once again, that the inflation is budging, and that the most likely the interest rates will start being reduced in the near future, basically helping the economy to recover. And whenever economy is recovering, everything becomes better, there is more jobs, stock market follows as well. Basically, this is their justification why would they increase the S&P 500 targets. And in no way I'm competing myself as one single person against this institutional investing corporations with thousands of analysts, but I just love to see the other side of the story and present facts about each side of the coin to you guys, so that in the end you can make your justified decision. So basically what I'm saying right here is that a lot of S&P 500 performance, if you remember from my previous video, is based along these magnificent 7 companies. These biggest $1 trillion or hundreds of billions of dollars companies. Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, and so on. You know them all. And as you can see right here, just the performance of 5 out of these magnificent 7 companies, it boosted the performance of the entire S&P 500 index upwards. So if you subtract only these 7 companies, in fact the S&P 500 will lose its value. So a lot depends on these massive companies, how they can do their earnings report, since they can simply move the market up or down. But another thing which I'm not 100% agreeing with these institutional investors is that I do not see with such degree of certainty that we might have an economic relief by the end of this year. I do not see that the inflation is budging as fast as those people see. I only see that it's budging very little bit, just 0.1, 0.2% extra. For me, this is not enough to say that yes, inflation is going down significantly. Because of this, I also do not see with 100% certainty that the Federal Reserve will start decreasing the interest rates by the end of the year. Even a lot of Federal Reserve representatives themselves, they were claiming that maybe the interest rates will have to stay as high as they are right now until the end of the year, and then we will see once again, because there's simply not enough data for us to make the decision just yet. And this is once again also exactly my point of view. I do not see absolutely in-your-face signs that the economy is doing extraordinarily good right now. So yes, maybe even if the interest rates will be cut by the end of this year, maybe it will only happen 1-2 times maximum. Still, personally, I don't believe it's gonna happen. Maybe just once, literally at the end of the year, at the very last Federal Reserve meeting. This is my own prediction right now. At the moment of recording this video, it's only May. We're not even half through the year. So let's see what's going to happen. I'm very curious to follow this story until the very end. And lastly, since we briefly touched these magnificent 7 companies, one of its representatives, Microsoft, recently presented its brand new computer with chips for Qualcomm, which will be heavily relying on the artificial intelligence. And the price for these computers is reported to be only $999. And yes, I know that almost every single company is pursuing the use of artificial intelligence right now in their work, but Microsoft is one of the biggest ones which is doing this big move. I mean, Bill Gates himself, he truly believes in the artificial intelligence, so he must know something. Well, just decided to present this information to you. Personally, I'm not planning to buy this computer with the artificial intelligence chip. But it's just a very interesting story to tell, because we might see right now the brand new pivot in the development of informational technology, in the development of coding software. So let's go from there. Let's see how it's gonna change in the near future. Very curious to follow this story as well. There you have it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel if you like this style of daily news updating, and see you tomorrow.